talking with Karen Harbert. She's the president and CEO of the Institute for 21st Century Energy Availability at the U.S. Chamber of Commerce. Karen, it's really interesting talking with you because you have got a background, an impressive background when it comes to energy issues. I mean, you were basically Assistant Secretary of Energy at the Department of Energy, but you also came from the private sector, actually building large-scale projects in a lot of interesting places. Tell us a little bit about your background so that our listeners understand that before we also get into some of these big international issues, because really what's happening in our backyard is impacting the globe right now.
Oh, undoubtedly. You're right in the middle of everything here, which is why we're so excited to be here. You know, Aaron, it really takes somebody, I think, to be in the business to make good policy. If you know what you're talking about, you tend to make better policy decisions. So being in the infrastructure business for a long time and building big power plants, building wastewater treatment plants, telecom, gas infrastructure, pipeline infrastructure, and here and around the world really brings home how fundamental it is to our economy. And we got to get it right. And if we got to get it right, we got to government to get it right. And so I transitioned from the private sector to the public sector to hopefully get our government in the right place to help the industry do things better, be a better partner.
Yeah. And you've built infrastructure projects in places like Pakistan, Vietnam, Colombia, and elsewhere. Why is it? I was in Africa a couple years ago, and it just seems the Chinese are heavily invested in Africa. And why is it that we in America, we can't even build one stinking Keystone XL pipeline? Yeah, I mean, you've built these projects all over the world, but yet we in America just don't seem to want to build anymore. At least our government. The private sector is getting it done in the Bakken, as long as the government stays out of the way. But why do we just not want to build and get the job done and create jobs anymore as a government, it seems?
Well, and that is the 21st century conundrum. We've turned ourselves into a banana republic. Build absolutely nothing anywhere near anyone. And you'd have to look all around the world, and people are building everything from oil and gas infrastructure to nuclear plants to transmission lines. And they're doing it with the partnership of government. And here we can't get anything built. I mean, Keystone is a perfect example. That's a no-brainer. But we need more pipelines, more transmission lines. And if we don't, this big revolution that we're having here won't sustain itself, because we have to be able to move this stuff around this country and get ourselves back in business. You know, I mean, people have a choice. Are they going to be in the Marcellus or are they going to be in Mozambique?
Back right after this.
I'm Gary Stubblefield, a fifth-generation Montanan and a former U.S. Navy SEAL commander. I want to speak with you about the Montana congressional race. These are perilous times for America. President Obama's weak and indecisive foreign policy has emboldened some of the world's worst actors in places like Russia, Syria, North Korea, and Iran. The actions we take now will determine whether America remains a world superpower, able to preserve for our children and grandchildren the prosperity we've known. That's why I'm voting for Ryan Zinke for Congress. Ryan Zinke is a former Navy SEAL with 2 Bronze Stars for combat in Iraq. Ryan Zinke exemplifies the sacrifice and character we look for in our public leaders. Ryan Zinke believes in a strong military. Ryan Zinke understands America's strength is the best friend that peace has ever known. I ask that you join me in supporting Ryan Zinke for Congress, because it's time we restore America's leadership position in the world.
Special Operations for America is responsible for the contents of this advertisement.
Working cattle has never been easier than with the Silencer Cattle Chute from Western Ranch Supply. The Silencer Chute is accepted throughout the cattle industry as the most innovative and technologically advanced chute on the market. A fully hydraulic chute that's fast, easy to use, easy on your livestock, and the name says it all, Silencer. Stop by and see for yourself. Then you'll know why folks just can't keep quiet about the Silencer Cattle Chute from Western Ranch Supply, serving the big country with the quality and service you can trust.
The Montana Children's Trust Fund, providing hope and care for children, helping to build strong and safe families, preventing child abuse and neglect with educational programs across Montana. You can help support Montana's children and families today by making a tax-deductible donation to the Montana Children's Trust Fund, online or by mail.
Insurance premiums. Let's be honest, nobody likes to pay them. At Farmers Union Insurance, they have very competitive rates for auto and farm truck insurance all across the state of Montana. The many discounts that they offer will allow you the flexibility to fit your insurance coverage to your personal needs, and all designed by a local, friendly Farmers Union insurance agent. Call or see your local Farmers Union agent for more details, or visit their website at fumico.net.